Hello. It is time. It is time to resume the great journey known to some as Elden Ring. Not everybody calls it that. Some people call it Elden Ring, but we like to call it Elden Ring around here. When we last left off, we were going to start heading into Reynaldo. However, we do have at least a dozen other things I can think of that we could be doing at this point. That includes going to the capital. I don't really know what people are interested in today. Reynaldo, not exactly a destination. Obvious and lots of good stuff in this zone for magic users, but we found a lot of cool stuff too. We're not actually looking to spend a ton of time here. I mean, it's a legacy dungeon though, so you know, it's not like we can just walk in and walk out. We do have a bunch of other things we could and probably should be doing, but hey. Who can? What's up, yeah? How are we doing? Frosty Flail. Maybe we can put some points in int and start using some intelligent samurai swords. A Somber 3. Yeah, we're not really going to get a whole lot of good stuff. Hey, Hookshot, you are here at the beginning. Welcome. We're actually going to try to blow through this place pretty quick. So, Cordy, I don't know if you were here earlier. We decided to really mess with the flail in some interesting ways. We actually turned it into a frost flail, so it scales with int, strength, and dex now, and it can use frost attacks. So we took the frost attack from our axe, the Hoarfrost Stomp, and we actually put it on here. So now we can do frost and bleed on this puppy, which is, if you ask me, it's a pretty nasty combo. So I kind of like it. It seems to me to be too slow though for a dex weapon option. But maybe that's what we like. Maybe that's like the sweet spot for us. I would like to find a magical, like, you know, a special item flail. Even though we kind of did make this one special, you know what I mean? Like, I would like to find a boss soul flail or something of that nature. Which, to my knowledge, doesn't exist. Doesn't mean it's not out there, but I haven't found it. There's a pretty limited number of flails in the game, and obviously we made our own. We made our own flail. Which we won't have any trouble completing the game with it, I don't think. Is it like a top tier weapon? I don't know if I'd go that far. But it's got freezing and bleeding on it. And I'll tell you, I like both those things. It's a little pip. You know, I like playing a new weapon type. It's been a fun experiment. I am really rich, yeah. You know, we're trying to... I'm here because people wanted me here. You know who didn't want me here? That lift. Gordy, yeah, that's a new thing for this game, by the way. That's a new thing that they added in this game, making it the most customizable From Software game ever, where you can change the attributes and scaling of an item, as well as its ability, should you desire. It is by far the most expansive customization system they've ever had in a game. And does allow you to perfectly tailor the weapons to your liking. Granted, you know, people will come up with the most ultimate meta builds ever for this. Give them a few weeks. Big Boss, thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate that. Your support and your subs keep this stream going. Is this Dark Souls 4? No. And I've been certainly fielded that question more than once over the last couple days. Rich, I am here to answer questions. That's why I exist. You could say I inform about games. MacGyver, let's go. Happy Sunday to you. The grocery store trip did not go as planned. There was some failure. May have to retry tomorrow, the grocery store boss. Those were not good doggos. You know, not all doggos are... Oh, wait, did I forget to jump off? Oh my god, I did. But maybe it worked out. Maybe it worked out. Where are we? I don't know. Ninaka, hello and welcome. Okay, yeah, whatever. That worked. I'll take it. Oh yeah, that happens a lot in this game, Rich. I don't think this was an accidental secret, but more like an ultimate route. But yeah, there are major skippable secrets in this game. Again, I'll post a guide tomorrow to find out some of the big ones. Those are all endgame stuff, though, so... It's very likely no one in chat is even close to that yet, so... I want to provide that resource so that people don't miss out on some of the best stuff in the game when the time comes. May as well get it written up now, right? Creator, I don't dare mess with the bumping up the graphics. Since, you know, I gotta stream it on top, so it's kind of challenging. We could try, and then everything will blow up, and then I'm gonna have to restart the stream like 3 times. So I don't really want to deal with that, you know what I mean? I could try to test it off stream. Which I will do. Eventually. Yeah, sure. Mr. Button, that has come up a lot. Rune arcs are embers. Have you played Dark Souls 3? It's okay if you haven't. I'll explain it either way. Rune arcs will activate god runes that you've acquired and equipped. If you'll notice in the top left corner, I have Godric's god rune equipped. So when I rune arc, I'll get extra stats in every category. Then when I die, I lose the rune arc. It's exactly like some other systems in the past. Whereas it's a, if you die with it on, you lose it. But it offers a pretty significant power boost while it's active. So it's good when you're doing, like, when you're really, really, really stuck on a boss and you want some extra stats to help out. If you don't have any god runes unlocked, though, you can't use any. And just beating a god does not unlock their god rune. You'll have to find their associated tower and unlock the god rune in their tower. There is more on this system in my tips article. My top level tips. Like, this is all very surface level stuff. But these have been highly useful across the board for folks over the last few days, so Let me link it anyway. Just in case. It's all very high level, not very spoilery stuff at all, but some very important high level tips here. So top level, good stuff. Including what rune arcs are. And thank you for the FOMO. I hope you're doing great, Eargaming. Ray Lucaria is not to be trifled with. I mean, actually, we're pretty big for it right now, so it kind of is to be trifled with. Which is good. I wouldn't want to come here on curve, if you know what I mean. Fights like this would probably be pretty nasty. Instead, it should be a breeze. Yeah, hey, I'm not committed to I'm not married to the Flail. I mean, we expected it to be easy, Croc, right? I mean, I told you. You don't even have to come here if you don't want to. Like so many other places in this game. It ain't mandatory. However, I want to access a different area that can only be accessed after we finish this place. So if you want to go to one secret area, you gotta do this place. As you can see, though, we're kind of busting through. I'm not going to sit around and get everything in here. If you're a caster, I would recommend highly that you do really play this place out, because there's lots of secrets here. Lots of cool spells. Obviously, this is the School of Magic, right? So, if you're into that kind of thing, this is a more important dungeon. But for our purposes, we just want to get through so we can do something else, which will be clear after we're done. But yeah, you could go through the whole game without ever doing this place. And many other places. Where the frick does this go? I don't remember this. I really like the Hoarfrost Stomp. Isn't it fun? You may remember that Enchanted Knight as actually a class that was available in the closed network test. This right here is the zone shortcut, and then we're going to check out that portal. How can you not check out a portal, right? Too tempting. Rich, I think that sounds great. Where does this take us? Oh. Well. That didn't really work out for us very well. Yeah, Rich, I think my time for that is past, but you never know, right? What up, Tuxedo? The Stomp is sweet. I'm actually really impressed with it. I mean, I originally took it because I like frost moves, but it's been very impressive since using it. Okay, Ray Lucaria. Now you may say, Dan, that portal took you so far away that you lost all your progress. No, because we opened up that door, remember? And now there's another we have another way to get to where we were. Fairly easily. No, that's a rich. Hey, you don't need to. It's all good, yo. It's all good. We are back, Salty. We're hitting the ground running tonight. You know why? There's Elden Ring to play, that's why. Well, well, well. You're gonna like this. This is a cool fight. I will make it look very easy because, number one, I know how to do the gimmicky part of the fight, and number two, we're probably really strong for phase 2 of the fight. So, without further ado, let's meet Reynaldo. What's up, hamster? Your character cannot double jump. Only your horse can, pretentious one. This fight is actually quite a masterpiece, but I don't even include it in the top battles in this game because there's such incredible battles to come.
Hush, little Culver.
In any other game, this fight would probably be heralded as like the best boss fight ever.
A sweeting, fresh, and pure.
Hamster, yeah, I've only played on PC, so I haven't had anything. I haven't had that. I've heard of the issues, and I don't know. I only played on PC. So yeah, you want to look for the one that's the singing one. Is the one that is vulnerable. The one that sings and throws books at you is the one that you can damage. And that's the only way to bring her down out of her bubble. I mean, come on. You didn't really think it was going to be that easy, right?
My beloved, have no fear.
Oh, of course.
I will hold thee. Patience. Ye will be countless born, forever and ever.
I mean, you can never trust from that a boss is actually dead after you kill it these days, you know?
Upon my name is Rani the Witch. Mother's rich slumber shall not be disturbed by thee. Foul trespasser. Send word far and wide. Of the last queen of Caria, Reynaldo of the full moon. And the majesty of the night she conjureth.
This one's not so bad, but you definitely don't want to give her any time to cast anything. Ever. Alright. That's what I get for trying to summon the Mimic again, right? The Mimic is getting me killed. Oh yeah, it's a great fight. Well. We can skip the cutscenes this time. That was embarrassing. Like, I didn't even have to use the Mimic, right? I could have just, believe me, I could have just walloped her very easily without it. The problem with the Mimic is it takes, like, tons of my HP to put out. So we still need to work on getting our HP pool to a reasonable level. Just so that we can handle a single blow after dropping it. Like, I should have waited, dodged, summoned a Mimic, then gotten off to it. That's okay. We got this. Oof. I was just trying to let more people get in the stream. You're pretty fast, Rich. You're pretty fast. We will eventually flip her on her back for massive damage, yeah. I understand that, Nanaka. I respect that decision, and please have a wonderful freaking night. Thanks, Rich.
Where did ye flee, my sweetings? Come out from whence ye hide. There are books and light aplenty, dither not. Come out, say I, or will ye be gravestones, to be better born anew?
So obviously we have a boss soul that can be traded in for cool
Is
stuff.
it thy wish to become a sweet
This is where you respec if you want to respec.
reborn? Be not I would burn.
Okay, Rich. I don't particularly like to do that pretentious one, but if you screw up, I mean, if you find that things have gone in a different direction that you don't enjoy, it is certainly an option. You can reallocate all of your points. Alright, first things first. The stream raid. Then we have several different areas to tackle here. One not secret, which we'll be doing first. Then a secret version of the same area, which I will show you how to do. And then another secret place that we opened up by defeating Reynaldo. Thank you for dropping units if you did. How's the lighting tonight? Do we need more? Do we need more Elgato? I only have that thing out on 5% power, you know that? Is it safe to say this game is one of the best maps of all time? Yes. It's safe to say that this game is an all-timer in many respects, actually. Alright, so we're going through the study hall real quick on normal. And then I'm going to show you how to do something fairly interesting. But first we want to get the goodies that are in here. It's a turtle. The map looks like Westeros. I don't think it does. That's pretty funny, this one. You're giving me a laugh. If they made this game in VR, would I be compelled to play it? I mean, I don't know. I have very little interest in VR right now, as you probably have heard me say. I don't think the tech is there. I've talked about this at length. I mean, if you came to me and said, this is the greatest game of all time, you have to play it, and it's only available in VR, fine, sure. I would make the effort to do it. Oh, MFG. No, I don't think it is Pretendus 1. I think we're gonna go somewhere else first. I think VR has had its chance and failed. Obviously, gaming will continue to develop. I don't think VR is that path. What the hell? I know, Craig, and everyone has different opinions. I have been railing against VR for a very long time. It always gets hyped up and falls flat on its face, and it's going to continue to happen. So there are numerous factors. I wrote about this years ago. It's a confluence of factors that make it like that. And every time I have this conversation, somebody who's really into VR is going to tell me how much I suck, and that's fine. I'm not saying you can't like VR, and if you already enjoy VR, by all means, do so. I don't remember this fight being quite so annoying. Oh, just moving this game into VR? No, I'd have no interest whatsoever. If I could play it already non-VR. If the only way to play it was VR, then yeah, I'd have to relent. And there are numerous reasons why VR isn't for person X, Y, and Z, and there's tons of them, really. Okay, she died. Yay! Alright, sweet. Now we can clear this place out, and then we can do something else with it, which I will show you. That actually relates to an item we got a long time ago. Yeah, VR is just basically, it is extremely unintuitive and inaccessible for the masses. For numerous reasons. You have 1 out of 10 people that simply can't use your product straight up because of nausea. And then you have the problem that, you know, dev teams aren't going to build for VR unless you pay them an ungodly sum of cash to take the hit, because nobody's going to play the thing. There are so many things working against VR and very few things working for it. If VR does take off in the gaming sphere, it will have to take off in a different sphere first. Namely, the social sphere. It would have to be a new, the new accepted de facto form of social media. And I don't see it happening. And yes, don't sit here and tell me how VR is being used for medical procedures and other things like that. Of course it is. We are, of course, talking about how VR relates to video games. Alright, so we walked all the way up here for that, which probably wasn't worth it. But look at this. Isn't this interesting? There's an item we got earlier for doing that deed for Ronnie, which is going to allow us to change things up pretty significantly here. Watch this. I mean, I simply think that VR had its shot more than once and could not break it in the mainstream. The tech would have to be a lot cheaper, a lot easier to use, and frankly, a lot more powerful than it exists today for it to be a viable market solution. Again, IMO. I shouldn't have to say that, but yeah, IMO. So we just turned the tower upside down. Wait, she comes back on the upside down tower? Screw that. Oh, God. This is not worth it. Like, F this place, seriously. Don't come here, never mind. I don't care if I showed you the secret. Don't come here. Ender's Game, yeah, more like Ready Player One, but yeah. Just not with VR. We need to go one step further. I think it'll happen with, I've said this for years. I think direct to neural links will become a thing. We're not there yet. I think that will be the next big innovation. Okay, this is ridiculous. This is actually absurd. Who thought this was fair in any way? Listen, I'm not saying VR tech doesn't have applications. Never have I ever. No, pretend one, but they can kill you. So that's kind of like sending you back to the beginning of the level, like a wall master. Knights have magic too? Like, what? Get off. Oh my god. Yeah, this is a pretty wild zone. The old upside down tower gag. Now there is a door around here somewhere. I just don't remember where. Maybe we have to go all the way down. Knowing Miyazaki, that is certainly the case. We made it. Well, at least the what's her face, the proctor will be dead, so at least we don't have to deal with her nonsense again. That was the major problem coming down, so we should be all right now. The Mask of Confidence. I mean, it's probably caster gear. Everything here is caster gear, right? Increases arcane. Yeah, nice. Obviously doesn't do anything for us right now, but... we've accepted we're never going to see those souls over there ever again. God, this is awful. Oh, fall damage is still very serious. I know people keep saying that, but I don't find that to be accurate. Cassidrin, thank you so much for the... well, I'm sure they're watching an ad right now, so... Cass, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in. Yes. Hello, MWAX, Cass, and the rest. Oh, okay. I mean, Cass, that's... That question has been asked a lot today, so we're going to use an hour count and not a... The game does not feature linear progression. So we're like 18 hours in. Hello, Shrouded. Hey, everybody. It's great to have you here. Jay, thanks for the sub. That's very kind of you. Yeah, by all means, try to take your time. I've been telling everybody in chat, like, I keep screaming at them, you don't have to kill the major bosses. Oh no, Kess, don't go! Oh, okay. Anyway, Kess, thanks for the raid. I understand you don't want spoilers, so... It's okay. You rule. Thanks a lot for the raid. I think it probably did, Jay. It probably did. Yeah, by all means, take your time. We're gonna go down and kill that Godskin Apostle, though, as soon as we're done up here. No, Bacon, no! Okay, bye. I mean, hey, I'm not gonna hold anyone here against their will for spoilers, okay? I get it. I'll tell you what, though, this game's so big, you're not gonna get a whole, you know, one stream isn't gonna ruin a lot for you. Anyway, I hear you. Kragan, I think I did all of the major stuff in 55-ish hours. Hey, what's up, Downtown? How you doing? That is impressive, MWax. I'm impressed. Fruity Dinosaur, you are correct. Playing this game for review when I wasn't talking to anybody about secrets was very interesting. But yeah, the From Software games have always been a communal pot of secrets and lore. So I don't think this is much different in that respect. But I also get people wanting to experience every aspect of it for themselves. So I do not begrudge anyone for bowing out. You've been grinding pretty hard? I don't recommend that. How goes the playthrough? Pretty good. We're at around 18 hours. I'm about to take people to a secret area that I hope you like. The fake messages everywhere are not that great, Pretentious One. That's true. I don't even know what this guy drops. You don't have to beat him here. And frankly, we're not going to waste time doing that, so... Eventually, you'll have to come face to face with one of these guys, but... So I think that they've melded the grinding into the exploration process. I don't think you'll ever have to do grindy grind. But... obviously, you do you know? This is the Knights Cavalry Flail, John, but this is a much different Knights Cavalry Flail than the one you could find. We have changed its aspect to ice. So now it's got Dex and Int scaling and a Hoarfrost Stomp. But it is the Knights Cavalry Flail, but we've tweaked it out a little bit. Yeah, swapping scaling and abilities is so awesome. Yeah, get dunked on. What up? We Godskin now. Fruity, they exist. I have found many. I mean, this is my second playthrough, so yeah, they start appearing at around Zone 3. I mean, Pretentious One, that was a boss. It just didn't have a health bar. There is a way to change the affinity of a weapon but retain the Ash of War, yeah. You don't have to take the Ash of War when you make the change. As far as I know. We did it earlier to the Knight's Flail. Pretty sure it gave us the option. Or maybe it didn't, and we just attached the Hoarfrost Stomp to it. Oh no, that was really a boss, Pretendus one, trust me. He just didn't have a health bar. I assure you it was a boss. Kind of like that, Shrouded, yes. Very similar, I think, because you will fight him later. Now that we've beat Rena, Rena's Rise is open for business. And Rena's Rise holds a important secret. Not super important, not like another secret we'll talk about some other time, but this is still a big deal. There are some definite good things to be had down in... That's right, folks. Another Eternal City. Absolutely, Shrouded, yeah. Okay, we made it a little bit brighter in here. We'll see how long my eyes can handle it. I mean, Kragan, I'm not joking when I say that I think Elden Ring is the best game of all time. It's very serious. I know some people are thinking I'm exaggerating or being facetious. I am not. Mariano, hey, what's up? Welcome on in to our dexterous flailing about.
Oh, a dogged fellow, aren't we? Or is it merely thy habit to talk to dolls? Fine. Fine. I hadn't expected any soul to recognize me in this guise. But now the cat is out the bag. I cannot allow thee thy freedoms. Perform for me a service as recompense. Eliminate the baleful shadows which prowl these lands. The name of Rani the Witch is already sullied by thee.
Oh yeah, Lost Ark I love too. Bad timing on Lost Ark though.
In this matter. Perform for me a service. Eliminate the name of Rani the Witch is already sullied. I will not.
I suppose I should go in and do my dailies on Lost Ark before... It's really hard to play Lost Ark with Elden Ring out. But yeah, it's still capturing my attention. As much as it could be for any game, considering... You know... My reaction... Yeah, exactly for this one, right? We gotta get a Final Fantasy VI run in here soon as well. Ooh, a somber 7 stone. Hell yeah. I think that's what we needed. Wait, no it isn't. We're not upgrading the hatchet anymore. We're upgrading the stupid flail. Aww. I got so excited. Yeah, downtown, it's an impossible thing to relay. Best I can do is give you an hour count. This game is not a linear game. Nor are many of the things that people think are essential to complete it essential at all. So I'm happy. We're 18 hours in or thereabouts. Outside of that, nothing I can tell you is really going to be meaningful in terms of how far we are. Azelle, welcome. This playthrough is about 18 hours in. Oh my god. I did not mean to get madness there. That was an error. Yes. I can again. I'm not kidding in any way, shape, or form when I say this is the best game ever created in the history of mankind. And it's great to see so many people getting into it and giving it a try. Sure, I lost some folks because they went and tried to beat Margit at level 4. And that's where their journey ended, because they quit the game and hated it and returned it. But they shouldn't have gone and tried to fight Margit at level 4. There's only so much I can do and say. I've never said that about another game. Ever. Let's do a stream rate, shall we? Yeah, Fruity. I mean, I don't want to tell people how to play the game, because the whole point of it is to play it however you want. But I'm seeing people who are like just picking up the game and saying, "Oh, I'll just follow the yellow line." And they do that, and they get to Margit, and they're like, "Wow, this game is impossible. I'm returning it." And I'm like, "Wait. You don't have an upgraded weapon. You don't have upgraded summons. You have the flask you started the game with. What do you want me to do?" I had texts all weekend from people like, "Daniel, I thought you told me this game was good." Is this game better than Breath of the Wild? I mean, having played through the entirety of Breath of the Wild here on stream, I would say, yeah, this game is much better than Breath of the Wild. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Breath of the Wild by saying that, by the way. Breath of the Wild is an excellent game. This game is simply on another level, though. Like this is a once time. This is a go, right? This could be a once in a lifetime game. Peeing on me. I don't, honestly, Leafeon, I know people keep saying some ridiculous things like that. I don't actually think From is interested in doing another open world project anytime soon. think this one was a real challenge compared to the traditional dev cycle. I mean, this game will sell incredibly well. Are you kidding me? It already is selling incredibly well. I just think at From they have a pretty defined like project scope and project timeline handbook, if you will, that they really like to follow, and this sort of broke all those rules. And I get the sense that they're not really into that.
Let us speak of the past a while. I was once an Empyrean of the demigods. Only I, Mikola, and Melania could claim that title. Each of us was chosen by our own two fingers as a candidate to succeed Queen Marika.
Okay, Leaf, bye.
To become the new god of the coming age, which is when I received Blythe, in the form of a vassal tailored for an Empyrean. But I would not acquiesce to the two fingers. I stole the rune of death, slew mine own Empyrean flesh, casting it away. I would not be controlled by that thing. The two fingers and I have been cursing each other ever since, and the baleful shadows are their assassins. I turned my back on the baleful...
Of course, listen, folks, I would love a Bloodborne 2. To think that I would ever say anything other than that is ridiculous, but, you know, Bloodborne 2, that's got the whole Sony complication woven in there. I don't know when we'll... I do think we'll see Bloodborne 2. When we'll see Bloodborne 2, I don't know. Certainly not anytime soon. Prisoner of the moment. What do you mean by that, pretender? You're saying that I am, you're saying that I'm honeymooning on this game? Is that what you're saying? This one, never in my 20 years of doing what I do have I ever said this about a game, ever. So no, I don't think I am. Now, Kragan, I mean, I reviewed the game. I got to play the entirety of the game prior to this run. You dipped your grilled cheese in ketchup? That's disgusting. You ruined your grilled cheese. What is that horrible thing indeed? We are going to attempt to kill that creature, yes, obviously. Rolling is what we do here. I don't think I found that last time. Should burgers be pink in the middle? I don't really like them pink in the middle, to be honest with you. A little pink's okay, though. This game is something, isn't it? Oh, the ambient music is so good. Shrouded. You probably haven't gotten to some of the zones where it's like even better, but it is incredibly... It's really good in the catacombs and dungeons and stuff to sort of set the tone, but in some of the more important levels of the game, like the capital, it's absolutely killer.
Well, there you are again. Divorce from one's trade does not come easily.
We were already here, huh? Fair. How many playthroughs this year? Well, this is our second playthrough, Crater. I don't know. The problem is, I think people are going to get tired of it on the stream. We do have to do a Final Fantasy VI playthrough. I don't know. I don't actually know. Pretend just when I've been thinking about that. The difference between Elden Ring and literally every other open world game is that every single thing in Elden Ring, in the open world, has purpose. It's not there to fulfill any kind of game design doc requirement, if that makes sense. It is there because it is a thing in this world, and that is why it exists. And yes, the Uchi Katana is pretty good in this game, Max. Excellent. There are no, like... There are no open world things that merely exist to be a game device for the player. Certainly everything does function as that. But they're all there because they exist in this world and not because they're a game device. If that makes sense. Which I hope it does. It is the only open world game I have ever played like that. Ever. And that includes Breath of the Wild. As good as it is, Breath of the Wild's open world is incredibly gamified in its purpose. It is Leaf, but it is, again, I am, oh gosh, alright. I wanted to have a nice evening. Of course it is. But it also isn't. These experiences do not exist to perform a game function. They perform the game function as a subsidiary of existing in the world as actual entities. With purpose. There is no purpose to a shrine in Zelda outside of having the player do the puzzle for a prize. That can be fun, but it is not the same kind of intent. Pretend there's nothing wrong with it. I am saying this goes over and above. You can go and hear me praise Breath of the Wild on the YouTube playthrough anytime you like. This simply exists on a level higher than that. Was Link tarnished? Maybe. Sure, why not? You can be, Alan. Actually, you know, there are multiple endings in this game. I really hate escargot, by the way. Not a fan. Oh, for God's sakes, Crater. Pretentious one, there is nothing wrong with getting a reward for a simple puzzle. There is nothing wrong with that. It feels different than exploring the Night City where they hid the dagger that killed somebody. And where everything in that Night City is architecturally correct to the race of subterranean dwellers that's been blasted with a meteorite from outer space. Okay? That's a little different than going in a shrine and getting your little trinket. And I'm not saying that. Breath of the Wild is an incredible game. This game simply exists on a level that has not been seen before. People will be talking about this game for a decade. I actually do not think that From can top this game. I don't think so, Crater, no. I think their next game will be a more traditional project from them. Cookies and cream too? Hey. I'm not gonna ruin the surprise for you. Cookies and cream too. I'm articulate as all heck. Well, I have... Some people tell me I am, Alan. I appreciate that. I got lots of stuff to say about that, for instance. You know, Tetsudo, from time to time, people have hinted that my career may involve articulation. Honestly, I enjoy the conversations, sometimes even more than traditional writing, because you can have a back and forth in that. I mean, Alan, sometimes there's a place for that too. I mean, sometimes all people want to hear is the bruh. Bruh, the game's best thing ever. Sometimes that's all they want to hear. There's a time and place for that too. Not everybody wants to get super cerebral about how games, you know, the gamification of dungeons, for instance. You know, what makes this different than, say, Breath of the Wild or Horizon. Or really any other open world experience. If we want to go to the exact opposite end of the spectrum with, you know, Ubisoft's mind-numbing spreadsheets to complete. Croc, yeah, bruh, game's the best thing ever. Bruh. We're not going to play Goosebumps on this stream ever, unless it's a stream goal. That game is so bad. Well, we got to do this bit goal first, which I'm actually not looking forward to in the slightest, but... You'll personally eat a copy of Yuppie Psycho if I play Goosebumps. You know how bad that game is, Crater? We talk about good games here. That game is astonishingly bad. I don't know how it got released. It can, Croc, yes. Be careful going up that hill. I mean, yes, Alan, I'm not saying that there isn't the game, you know, that Elden Ring isn't gamified. I'm saying that it does do things differently with its gamification. Yes, at a very superficial level, this zone exists so that I can get items to upgrade my gear, right? But it does so with a lot more intent and purpose than a, I mean, even a Breath of the Wild shrine or activity. They're not structured as player activities. They're structured as actual, you know, really important places in this world with meaning and purpose outside of the player's player agency. Whether or not the player ever comes down here, you know, this is a place that has very important ties and connections to aspects of the game world. Whether or not we ever come down here and find it and interfere by flailing ant riders and squashing slimes is irrelevant to its existence. And that is a big difference. It really, really, really is. How come it doesn't have a pause button? Because of the online multiplayer, MWax. Sekiro did have a pause button, being it's solely single player. I am glad this does have the multiplayer. I think people who are struggling... I think a lot of my friends who texted me this weekend that said the game sucked because they went to try to kill Margit at level 4. I think they are going to benefit from the multiplayer by putting their sigil down and getting someone to come help, which is totally fine. If that's the way they want to do it, do it. I do wish it had a pause button, sure. But, you know, honestly, in all actuality, it's not that hard to find a safe place to die or just chill. We do it all the time for stream raiders. Shrouded, you know, I hate to say this. I don't want to say it because I'm going to put this video on YouTube and I don't want to be held. I don't want somebody to come after me. But yeah, it's because modern games have largely taken out the capacity for player thought and decision making. They are so streamlined to the point where the game experience will be the same for everyone. And so when a player is faced with a game like this, which is literally full of actual meaningful choice, they're like paralyzed because they don't know what to do. And so their first thought is that they have to follow the yellow line to the boss to kill the boss. Congrats, Steam. They're basilisks. They're not poison toads, and they do kill you. Yeah. I am glad you had some satisfaction there, Steam, and I hope you're enjoying the game. I mean, I'm okay with the pause button. That's not a fight that I cared about. What in... An angry blade? Wait. I thought Blythe was my friend.
O Shadow, thou art the last. Tell the two fingers that Rani the witch cometh to rend thy flesh.
Holy crap. Okay, this is going to be a challenge. Good thing I got the Frosty Boot. Nothing beats the Frosty Boot. Okay, that beats the Frosty Boot. Damn it. Well, I'm out of mana. I don't have any mana to use the Frosty Boot anymore. We gotta change my flask up. This guy seems freaking immune to all poise. I'm trying to break him unsuccessfully. But hey, if we want the sweet Ronnie ending, we gotta do this, right? Oh, for God's sakes, man. Do you see that damage? Okay, I don't think we have any chance against this guy. Oh, sure, all we need to get is some poison knives and we can probably kill him if he looks at us like this. Wow, lots of stuff in chat. Holy crap. Alright, we're gonna have to reapproach this battle with some different things in mind here. I'd like some cheese. Grats Rock on your progress. That guy's a nasty bit of business, isn't he? We should probably go get some cool Wondrous Physic things now. Bone-in cheese? Heck yeah, give me some. Yeah, they did change that system so you can't R1 everything. But some people still try. You know, I find myself falling back on it from time to time. But yeah, you really do need to use charge attacks and jump attacks to get the most out of the new combat system. Yep. And we just lost all of our souls. There we go. I'd take one for this one. That sounds delicious. Salty, I did not become a tree. I had a little accident. Yeah, I am also running Bleed and Frost. Oh, we just, oh, are we crashing? Are we crashing? I've definitely gotten jump attacks in my repertoire, but some of these guys have really rough windows to try to take advantage of them. Like, look at that. If I open with one, I'm going to get punished incredibly hard. This dude has, like, limitless poise. This is a very special NPC. This is not a regular NPC invader. This is a very important quest one for a that's tied to a special ending. As one part of the chain.
Beautifully fought. My thanks. 'Twas more of a challenge than I envisioned. Now I can finally stand before them. This is farewell, my dear. Tell Blythe and Iji I love them.
Hello. Ah, yes. Excellent. Was that King from Tekken? Slightly harder. Shrouded, yeah, well, obviously, I only played through the game once for review, right? It would have been unreasonable for me to play it through more than once during the review period. And yes, I didn't get all the endings. You can't get all the endings on one run, right? So this time we are deliberately going for a different ending. The one where we serve Ranni the Witch. And that right there is part of it. And that key we got is also very important. We're going to go open that chest. As soon as we get a save point down here, I think y'all are going to really like this next area. By the way, literally every single thing we've done tonight has been optional. I think that is like blowing people's minds up too. 3, Shrouded, 3. I think people don't understand that they don't have to, you know... People see a game where everything is optional and their brains just short circuit. Yes, Fruity, most great runes are optional. Most. I do know main quest stuff, Pretendus. When I did the main quest, we're doing an alternate ending this run. Hello, Big Boss. We're doing an ending that I did not get on my first playthrough. Thanks for dropping units. Yep. You would assume that getting all the great runes is mandatory. It is not. Most things in this game are optional. How does the story compare to other FromSoft games? It is superior. Elden Scrolls? Yeah, hey, MacGyver, it does happen. I understand. Like I said, I've been answering texts and messages all weekend about how people are like, well, what do I do next? I'm like, whatever you want. And they're just like, wait. And I'm like, no, really, whatever you want. It is truly, like I said, this game, it is... I use the word astonishing to describe this game, and it's the correct word. I don't know, Shrouded, I don't know. I know people are liking it. We had Jay play it. He wrote an opinion piece about him playing it as a first-time From Software player. Oh, hell yes. There was a door I couldn't open during the ending I got that I needed this ring to open. So I'm looking forward to that. No, we are... Whoa, big boss. We are nowhere close to doing that. No. No. Oh, honey. We are, we're very far away from that. Also, because I know where all the secret stuff is this time, we'll do all of the optional stuff before the final. Hey, Alan, we're very close from no, we're nowhere close to that, big boss. Let's be clear here. I mean, this game is gigantic. Gigantic. No, I'm saying we're doing the groundwork to get that ending. So where is the Storm Ruler for Radahn? Prodigal, the Storm Ruler is in a different fight. Radahn's gimmick does not work that way. Radahn's gimmick is to keep summoning the army to keep him busy. To take him on as an army. We will do the Storm Ruler battle later on. We haven't gotten to that yet. This game really is that big, folks. This area is a particular bit of nasty business. I don't recommend it. But all good things, you know, we'll have to endure a bit to get past this place. Miyazaki must have said to himself, "Masterpiece." Let's just make a giant lake full of the worst possible poison we can come up with. Now, there is a lot of stuff to find in this lake. We are going to bypass the vast majority of it here. As for now, we'll come back and hunt down the treasures later. Right now, we just want to get through. You should go into this lake assuming you are going to die. The Scarlet Rot is the nastiest poison they have ever come up with at From Software. Correct. Torrent saves you from the rot. Can't use Torrent down here. I don't know why we are getting stuttering now, if you noticed that. Which is strange. We didn't have it on any of the other portions of the stream. No, Mariana, but my theory is that they named the horse Torrent so that people wouldn't find Torrents of Elden Ring. Yes, Croc. Yeah, that's right, Croc. I hope you're enjoying that. Well, of course they're Mariano, but I figured somebody on their team was like, what if we name the horse Torrent? That way when people look up the horse, they won't find the Torrent, they'll find the horse, right? They'll find a guide about the horse. I'm not saying that's true, I'm just saying that to me seems like it could be a possibility of why they named the horse Torrent. Welcome to the Grand Cloister. By the way, again, just to reiterate here, in case folks at home aren't following, everything we've been to tonight is optional. Every single location we've been to, every single fight we've done tonight, so far, has been optional. MX, because that's what victory feels like, my friend. You're starting to think this game is huge? You're right. Okay, we're gonna have to restart the game. We were not having any stuttering issues earlier. In fact, we haven't had them this entire playthrough, so I don't know what's going on. But we will do a restart. It is bigger than you could possibly imagine. Which is why I kind of chuckled when it was suggested that we were about to finish the game. Well, you know, Rock, we've streamed the, what, 20 hours of the game now? We never had it happen, so... we do want to see if that will correct on a reset. On a refresh. Maybe it's because I restarted my computer and all this weird stuff's running in the background. We are 20 hours deep. I am going to do a quick restart of the game. Yeah, it hasn't happened to us on this playthrough is all I'm saying. We've been free from that. I mean, anti-cheats do F with things. I don't pretend to... I'm not a programmer, damn it. I'm a game critic, man. I say things sometimes. Yeah, Rock, I've heard that one before. Hamster, that is really cool. I like it when people play games. Games are fun. Yeah, so for those in chat who are asking, yeah, we're nowhere near ready to even begin finishing the game. We're so far from that. Especially since this time around I plan to do the optional content that I found after beating the game first. And we're nowhere close to that. We've got a lot to do. There's no way there's trophies with 0%, Hamster. I should have every boss trophy. Oh, see, it's doing that thing again, where my Steam notifications are going up. I think that's got something to do with it. Definitely not Big Boss. Like, I got every boss trophy, Hamster, even the secret ones. That's why I don't think I missed any. And as you may have seen on my Twitter, follow me on Twitter, LOL. Oh no, it's still happening. What? Why is this happening now? It wasn't happening before. Things were good. The best fight in all of the From Software games is in this game. The greatest boss battle of them all. I have not played on Steam Deck, no. A Big Boss, I mean, you joke, but yeah, it's again, you know, when people are going to come after me for my review on that, I didn't have any problems playing it during the entirety of the review process. And that's what I'm reviewing, is that experience. Jay, that's not a bad idea. But yeah, I talked a lot about this fight on the Twitter, and I've still kept it secret, but I mean, people have figured it out. It's not like a hidden character or anything, but a lot of people have had trouble finding the fight because it's very secret. And again, I'll be posting instructions on how to get to it tomorrow For those who want it. For those who want it. MWAX, I would say that if you are a person who likes games, and a hobbyist, an enthusiast, or whatever, I would say that missing out on Elden Ring is a really bad idea. I'm sure someone can live a very full life without games. Probably nobody here, right? We're all enthusiasts of the art form, but like I wouldn't go to like, you know, my grandma and be like, you gotta play Elden Ring. We're getting that lag. It sucks. What were you doing earlier that we weren't getting the hitching, but now we're getting it? Do I think non-gamers might play this? Non-gamers don't play games, Rock. Jay, that is... Okay. I will... You know, people have been telling me to do this for years, and I've avoided it. But I'll start trying to tweet every time I go live. Candy Crush players are gamers too. It's just a different demographic of gamer. I think we might be a little early for this boss. I do have a Stream Deck. It's not installed right now. It's called lag, Deadpool, the real boss. I actually am going to do a PC restart. I'll have to restart the stream if we do that, though. Which is ugly. Oh no! Yeah, we might be. It might be a little early for this. Big Boss, no. I mean, you've been watching me the whole time. I haven't changed anything. So I don't want. I don't have any idea what's changed from earlier to now. Always take a break and eat donuts. A dragonfly made of fish eggs. Sure, Rock, if that's what you want it to be. I ain't gonna argue. Made of planets. Exactly. Son of a... Jay, you're right. You're absolutely right. It would behoove me to promote it on social every time we went live. And yeah, I know my Stream Deck can do it. I have to reinstall my Stream Deck. It's been ever since I moved. I haven't had it back in yet. Oh man, the frost doesn't hit him because he's not on the ground. I'm gonna have to figure out a new strategy. Did he hit his itty bitty legs with it? Oh god, no. Correct, I do stream on a schedule. That's correct. But, as Jay said, you know, a lot of people find me through Twitter. I'm a big deal on there, right? You know what? Stuttering can... Wow, wow, wow! Again, this is the first time we've had this problem. Highly unusual. Very irritating. Nah, pretend it's when I have ranked up from that, okay? Damn. Like, I think this is maybe doable now, but it's gonna be really tough. Potions. Oh, well, that's it. Yeah! Take that, you bastard. I think this guy is like immune to frost and bleed. He's a real piece of work. No, you're right, Jay. I did put a lot of bonus streams on for this. We're still getting lagging and hitching. It's really awful. I wonder if I should restart everything. We'd have to shut the stream down though. If I do a PC restart. We were having literally no problems during the 5-hour stream earlier. I don't know what could have possibly changed. Sekiro does not quite count, MacGyver. You're correct. While it still has the classic From framework, it is a very different game than the rest.
Well, I took you no matter. It's all about your own.
Alright, yeah, I can't play like this with this. I'm gonna do the unthinkable. I am actually gonna restart my PC in the stream. I don't know. Byjax, I just restarted it. We can try one more time. I don't want to shut the stream down for a minute. Yeah, I haven't had any. This is the first time I've experienced it ever since playing it. It's quite kind of bizarre. Hamster, yeah, my PC isn't exactly the best rig, but it ran the game just fine. Summer vacation is not over. Pretentious one. Bitcoin miner. Yeah, right. Byjax, this is the first time I'm dealing with it. And I can see why people were irritated by it. But this is literally the first time that we've had to deal with it, both you know, on the stream and everything. Leafeon. One mean Leafeon. Have you heard my boy Quaxley? I mean, it automatically downloads the patch. Hamster, I don't... No, I haven't been playing any Sifu. We've been playing Elden Ring. I mean, we beat the second boss of Sifu. I don't know if you're here for that. I just... With Elden Ring out and Final Fantasy VI on deck, I I can't see Sifu getting any more of my time. And we loaded it and the stutter's already here. That is so effed up. We're gonna have to do a hard reset. I don't think there's any other way out of this. Hey, you know, we've played, what? I played 70 hours without this happening. And then it just randomly happens. Of course, that means I'll have to take the stream down, and we will have to restart things in a moment. Hardly ideal. I wonder what the catalyst is for it. It's gotta be something, right? Something I didn't do when I did earlier. We are big fans of the walrus fart here. Like, look at that. I can't play like this. Also, I don't think that we should be taking on this guy right now, but whatever. Lo-fi Elden Ring playlists. They're probably on the... I'm sure someone's working on them right now. Again, this is the first time we've had this problem. Oh, this is off to a good start. Holy hell, that's so much damage. No, it's not just chilling in a cave, Essie Lane. It came from outer space. Just chilling in a cave. Hilarious. It's not chilling in a cave, isn't it? No, Essie Lane, not chilling in a cave. Yes, thank you, Rock and Roller. Thank you for educating chat. Okay, see that one I couldn't. All right, we're gonna have to do it. I don't want to do it. We're gonna have to take the stream down and restart the computer. It's the only way. Flail sucks so bad for hitting like people in the head to get staggers and stuff. There is lore, Essie Lane. I don't want to go into it right now. There is a significant amount of lore about this critter. I mean, you wanna make your own lore of Bug in a Cave? That's okay with me. Oh, not now! Wow. Cinematic version. I know I am Protectus One. You don't need to tell me that right now. Sator, thank you for the follow. John, thank you for the follow. Thank you, game, for the stuttering. I think we can make some nice stuff with his soul, but I'm not sure. I mean, obviously there's going to be good magic, right? But I think there might also be... I think it's a wand. We'll see. Anyway. Let's do the stream raid, and then I'm going to see what's over here, because this is the door I couldn't open because I didn't do the Rani quest line on my last playthrough. So that way was shut to me, but now that I have Ranni's Ring of Oath, I will be able to get in there. That's actually why I pushed down this lane so hard. Because, I mean, we don't have to be here. This is all optional. Yeah, legendary felled. Legend felled. The real legend is the stutter, right? Hey! So, Essie Lane, yeah, it's just a big bug that's in a cave, okay? Down real deep. You gotta get yourself a rolled up newspaper. You whack it a few times. How spicy is the next GI cover? I don't know which one. Which one is the next cover? Oh, it's pretty spicy, actually. Yeah, I know which one it is. Okay. No, of course you're supposed to be. We beat Reynaldo. You have to be doing Ronnie's questline in order to get the Ring of Oath, though. You can still come down here and kill the giant bug. This gateway is closed without that ring we got from the Phantom Blythe. Crunchy, take a break. So no, you can still kill the giant bug, Pratt. The only thing you can't do is whatever's behind this door, which will be related to the Ronnie-specific quest chain for a different ending. So it's not, you know, you can't do all 3 endings in one run, so... This is tied to the what we've done for Ronnie's quest chain, whatever is here. An elevator. Yes, MX, it has done that. They didn't have that in Dark Souls 3 either. No, Croc, I never sell any of the equipment. It's not worth it. I mean, you can if you want. What the hell? The Moonlight Altar. No, you had a regular health bar in 3 if you died, Fruity, and you could Ember for a bigger health bar, which you can also do in this game. So it's true, I have never been here before, because this is tied to Ronnie's quest chain. For an alternate ending. I can, Pratt, I can. You know, it didn't stutter for me except till today. Frosty Lone Wolf, hello. It's not a bug, you're right. You know what's really legendary is the stuttering. We'll do a computer restart. I did, Pratt. We do have the Mimic. You can see him out there doing action right now. He's a copy of me. A great summon choice for somebody without FP. It is. It creates a copy of myself. Takes health, Pratt. Takes Pratt. Health. There are a few of them that take health instead of FP. The Mimic is one. So it's excellent for a heavy melee build. There are some Jar Warriors that take health as well, and I think another one. There's a couple of health summons. Yes, the Mimic can cast your spells as well. The Mimic is very good. And I will tell you how to get it in the guide that I do. So I'll tell you how to get to the secret bosses, and I'll tell you how to get the Mimic in the guide that I write up tomorrow. The Mimic cannot summon a Mimic. However, the Mimic has access to all of your arts and spells. That's a lot of Starlight Shards. Those are really good items, by the way. The Moonblade. Use that. The spell I just picked up? Who knows? It's a spell, right? I'm not going to use it. LOL. But no, I'm sure it's great. We can check it out. I mean, class doesn't matter, Ninaka, but we started as a samurai. Yeah, MacGyver, that's how we roll here. This is what we just got, right? A duelist moonblade, a sweeping slash followed by a cold blade projectile. 32 intelligence. Can be cast repeatedly. That's probably fun. Wait until I turn my monitor on. What are you talking about? Oh, that's funny. That's good. That's good. That's real good. Yeah, you can start as anything, Ninaka. A class is just a set of equipment and starting stats. It doesn't do anything else. My voice to start... whatever, we'll just do a computer restart here in a second. But I do want to see what's down here, because obviously I didn't get this ending on my first go, so... Get in front of him and hit him, big boss. It's an invisible bug. Attack it where you think it's going to be. I think at this point, it will assign us the different ending when the time comes, which will be a long time from now. But I think that seals our pact with the stars. Yes, Noisome, that's correct. We are... that is correct, what's happening. You correctly assessed the situation.
So
you can just hit it, Fruity.
Lord. Perhaps I needn't have warned thee. I am pleased, however. Thou art a fitting choice.
Big Boss, you don't need an AoE spell. Just hit where it's going to be.
Sky.
There we go.
It is there I shall find mine order. I bid thee, travel the path of the Lord. And once all is done, we shall see each other once more.
So that's, see, there we go. All right, so I've done all the steps I think we need to do to get the ending that I want. And of course, we get this. As part of the quest line. Which is now complete. We obviously have a ton of game left, but when we do beat the game, we will get a different ending than is the standard for our pact with Ronnie the Witch. Which wasn't that complicated, actually. I could easily walk somebody through it if you're interested. Generally, like, hidden quest lines are a little bit more advanced than that. That was certainly easier than figuring out the third quest line in DS3, for instance. For that ending. Yeah, you think we should use the greatsword? This is a dex run. I don't think we're allowed to use the greatsword. .38 int. Oof. Maybe we'll use it. I could respec and use it. Some kind of weird int melee build. Sure, I'm down for trying that. We got respecs. I'm not going to do it right now. Respecking is easy, Crater. You're not to the point where you can do it yet, okay? You have to beat... After you beat Rhea Lucaria Academy, you can respec as you wish. Of course, technically Rhea Lucaria is optional, so... I appreciate the Prentice one, thank you. Oh my god, this... Okay, we have to restart. We have to restart. I don't want to. We got awesome people here tonight. But I'm going to do a computer restart, okay? We're going to do that and we're going to pray. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Like, share, subscribe, and follow. I am sorry that I have to do this, but we want the best possible experience here. I'm not going to fight another boss like Estelle with that kind of lag. I ain't doing it. Big Boss, we haven't had the issue before, ever. A second computer for video capture? That would be the day, Crater. Come on, what is this, a real stream? Alright, we will pick up right here in just a second. Don't go anywhere, or do, you know, it's your night. But I'll be back in just a moment after we do a hard boot. Appreciate y'all. I'll be back in just a second. Bye. Well, it's not bye. It's back in 5.